Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at this. It's like a quickie with a wrap, if that's what you call it. So basically what I'm saying is I don't actually know the name of this play. And I've seen it around a couple of times, but in theory it probably is not something that I would expect that would ever work. But let's have a look at what's going on. So we just have a normal short side quickie to start with. Okay, we've got the middle. Okay, he's dumping it on the camera side middle. Like I know this guy looks like he's on this side, but he will actually pull corner back to here. This middle is just super tight. All right, so the guy making the touch, he's on the camera side. So according to where the defensive is facing, he's the right middle. To the attacker, it's the left middle. So he steps to the short side. Now, normally, yes, you step to the short side and you attack that offside player. But in this case, the guy that's dummy half, you notice he wraps around. He takes that spot in between the two players there. Oh, that doesn't look good. So we go slow. So yeah, he attacks this. He comes into here. Now the reason I say this in theory shouldn't work is that now the player with the ball is faced up against the back middle who's onside. Now, in theory, that means, okay, we've just turned our defense into a man on. Now, in the past, in my head, that would be like, okay, well, that's not going to work. Why would you do that? Don't wrap. Man on. All right, simple. If you're ever going to wrap it, maybe be off an open side quickie or something when you're trying to do that little bump play on the back middle. But you notice here, they actually score quite easy. And I was having a think about it, and I was like, okay, let's go through this again. When you go short, now all of a sudden you've got a back middle that's nice and tight, and you've got a link that's nice and tight. So if you can see that those guys getting a good pre-touch are really tight, if you now wrap around, that might give the illusion that the play is going this way, and the link might actually get sucked in a little bit further. All right, so while all the momentum is going one way, all right, you can even have this link sort of running and out, and even if the guy with the ball's running out this way, all of a sudden now the defense is getting sucked over, and this link can almost run an outline, isolating this guy, like he's wrong-footed now. So he's coming in, ball goes out, and the only way to read that is if you get a good snipe from your winger. And there it is there. So it kind of ends up like a little out ball, which, again, we're going against like what should be happening in theory. But if you can go against the grain, then this actually has the potential to work. Because you look at one of my videos, the play, like we call it a black, or you can just call it a quickie out ball, that technically would be man on as well. But because you're attacking the open side immediately on the out, the defense might be just sucked in too much. Let's just go to the next example. Again, we've got the same World Cup again. So this is Australia. This is exactly the same thing, but this is an open side quickie. So we just saw the short side quickie. Now we're going to have a look at the open side quickie. So essentially everything's the same movement, although this is the far side middle, and you're going to step towards the back middle in like a reverse quickie. So you notice how he's stepping the other way. And the reason you do that is because if you can beat that back middle, he's off screen at the moment, if you can beat him one-on-one and dive in the corner here, there will be no one to save that because he'll be still getting onside. All right, so I've got a video about short side versus open side quickies. We won't get into that too much here, but we'll talk about the wrap. So when you do an open side quickie, it's this bloke's job to turn his hips and cover that little ninja play, that little inside ball, which I also have a video on. All right, and by him wrapping around, that'll give, again, the illusion that this play is just going to shift. And you can see the link here. He's already moving in. Now, keep in mind, his player is that way. Like when you look at specific man on, I know he's supposed to be coming in like that because he's on the open side. He wants to shut down. If you watch the guy that just made the touch, see how he's turned his hips there? And he's facing in. Normally that would be great. You're covering the inside ball. But now this player's gone around. All of a sudden now we're back to the same spot of a short side quickie. We're attacking the offside player now, but from an open side quickie. And because he's turned his hips into the open side, he's very vulnerable to be stepped out on the short side. Like that. Now he's made the touch there, but you can still, very vaguely, you can see the line, which he's still probably almost a metre in front of. So the wrap there, I know it's exactly the same. Like if you're doing it against no defenders, you do the same movements with the ball, but the purpose is actually quite a little bit different. Me personally, I think you'd have more success doing the open side one, as far as just, like if you wanted to try and dive at the line, I actually like that one. If you've got a good pass on you, do the short side one, wrap, and then immediately rip it out to your link. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? The winger gets a good snipe. What's the worst that's going to happen on this open side one here is they get onside, they make a good touch. It's no different to just trying a normal quickie at them. But this is, like, again, this is just something that I'd never thought of about being a play that would work until I started seeing it done really well. And you can see like these two teams in these examples are both top 4 in the world. Cook Islands semi-finalists, just got beat in the bronze medal. And they're doing that against Japan, who are a good defensive team. They were a bronze medalist at 19, as far as I know. And this is Lebanon defending here, who are bronze medalists currently. So it's not like they're doing it against a team that finished 25th. This is a 1v3 essentially here. And there's my arrow. I can't really play it. I can do it slow motion. Turn the hips. As soon as the hips are turned, there it is there. Yeah, it's a little quickie wrap. If you do have a name for it, or if you know it by something, let us know in the comments, because I'm interested to learn more about this, because like it's just sort of opened my eyes seeing this play. Because 6 months ago, if someone had said in a team that I was coaching, can we run this? So I would have been like, that's never going to work because of X, Y, Z. And now I'm saying, well, actually, it has the potential to work if you do this. So you learn things every day. That's the great thing about our game. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll leave it at that. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and stuff. I'm usually supposed to say that. See ya.